So today we will talk about access request. Quite simple end user will use to whenever they require some access. They will submit access request. Okay. So are you guys able to access this? Manage user access page. This quick link. Let me highlight this one. This one. Okay, the setup page, this lifecycle, even batch request won't be there. Can you check the guys as well? This lifecycle, even batch request won't be there. Yes, right there. And in the global setting, Lifecycle Manager won't be there. It's all related to Lifecycle Manager. And the quick link also, it won't be there. Manage access, manage identity. So let's talk about access request. So when it comes to access request, it's quite simple. Just end, user will log into SailPoint. They will click on that icon. Access Manage User Access. After that, they will submit access request. So if they want some application access, some entitlement, some roles, they will select and they will submit. So after that it will go for approval. And if, once all the approval has been done, it will go for provision. So these are the things we will discuss. But is okay, so to achieve this. So let me clarify one thing. So far, we have installed them. I can say standard version. So if you want to use these things in real-time project like client wants to use SailPoint, and they want to use LCM Lifecycle Manager. So this is all about Lifecycle Manager. So in that scenario company has to pay, client has to pay to SailPoint some amount. I don't know the exact amount they have to pay. They want to use this LCM features. But when it comes to our system local, it's free. It's free of cost. But if client wants to use, then they have to pay. So let me explain how to configure these things. Let's learn about this. Because in interview also usually they'll ask how to configure LCM. If in your system lifecycle event is not there, Lifecycle Manager is not configured, how you're going to configure. If they are a fresher, I'll usually ask how you're going to configure the access request page. So this is the quick link. If you're going to click on the edit icon, it shows quick link. So we will learn how to create the quick link, how to configure later. So let's concentrate on access request page. So to achieve, let me bring in the chat. Just try to import in an Entitlement. Import in your system. So if you're going to import, this page will pop up. Once you have imported, then log out and log in again. Just manage user access, track my request. Everything will be populated. The first step. So if you are able to do it right now, after that you can access the access request page. Any doubts? Does that make sense? So this is you're going to explain in your interviews as well. Just, you have to access like a console. From there, you are going to import one configuration files. I wonder no one asked from where the file we are going to import. The file has to be there, right? If you're going to import in the back end, where it's been present, where it exists. Any idea? So we have import and ixm also. That file. Has anyone any idea from where we are? We have those files. I think it came in a package. The SailPoint War package in some folder. In some folder. It will be there, but you should know. If someone asks, you should know, you should be clear. It will be available in the configuration folder. Okay, just go to webinf. Your config folder will be there. In the config folder, we have these files. Init.lcm. And ixm. So this file we have imported as part of the installation. In the process of installation. Init.lcm. Today we have imported. So under webinf config the folder will be there. From here it will be import. Any questions, guys? Okay, so let's talk about access request. When it comes to access request as an end user, if you are going to submit any access request, first step you have to select the user. So the first user, always, it's going to be your identity. As of now, I have logged in with the SP admin, so the first identity will be yours. So I'm going as a manager. He's my reportee. He's reporting to me. So I'm going to submit access requests for him. So I'll select user. I'll select identities. The second tab will come here, Manage Access. Whatever access you want to select, you can select from here. There is a filter. If you want to utilize, you can use based on application entitlement. You can do it. Okay, as of now, when it comes to access request, we have two types of access. One is entitlement. Another one is role. Okay. Entitlement and role. That's it. Two types of access. Let me mention here, if you want to get any access, either you have to select entitlement or role. Okay. So, apart from the entitlement or role, you don't have anything. It should be role or entitlement. So let me select one role. I just have a look here. So the type is going to be entitlement. Our type is going to be role. You can select. Okay. Here you can check who is the owner. The moment I'm going to select this role. So it will go for owner approval. If I'm going to select this entitlement, it will go for this application owner. But we have to configure in the backend. Does that make sense? So I'm going to submit this access request now. So in the backend it's going to call the moment the access request has been submitted in the backend, provisioning plan will be generated. The provisioning plan will be called via some workflow. So we will learn later. As of now, just concentrate on the access request. So tips and tricks I'll tell you. So if you want to submit any access request in a bulk, you can select up to some identities, some 100, some 10, you can configure in the LCM page. So you can select multiple identities if you want to provide some access. Okay. When it comes to removal, you are allowed to select only one identity. You won't be able to select in a bulk identity when it comes to removal of access. Addition, you can select multiple identities. That's one. So one trick. Second, let it complete.